Hello and welcome back to the Open Your Sorcery. It's Devi, and today we are going to be talking about offerings. So, what the heck is an offering? So, if we are talking in terms of deities, it is something that you give them as a present, almost like a love language. It doesn't necessarily have to be tangible. It can be very intangible, like a act of service. It could be gardening. It could be singing. It could be playing any kind of instrument. It could be poetry. It could be anything of that nature. But if it is given to them, then that is a offering to them. It does not mean that they have to do what you say that them to do. It is not transactional in that case. It is a thank you for existing. Think of it almost like a relationship. If someone's love language is giving or acts of service, presents, things like that, you don't go to your partner and sit there and say, "Here, I spent $50 on you for this. Now you have to do this for me." That's unhealthy, and that's not how that works. So, with offerings, it's no strings attached. It is not tied to any specific thing. It is just, hey, I am giving this to you when I am invoking you, and I am appreciating that you are here with me and we are speaking. Think of it almost like going to a housewarming party or a wedding and not bringing a present. That would be very awkward, right? Because it's kind of one of those manners of etiquette. You never go empty-handed. You bring something just for being in their presence. It's recognizing them as of higher status and also what they do for you on a daily basis and just showing appreciation for it. Now, you don't even need technically an altar for it. It can be given anywhere at any time. And yes, we can get a little spicy with this. You can literally give them energy off of your self-love time. It's very interesting, but you have to have a really intimate relationship with whatever you're offering to for that to be even remotely okay. Don't just sit there and be like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna summon Aphrodite and talk to her, and the first time that I speak to this deity, I'm just gonna knock one off right there." Please don't do that. That is so disrespectful. You have to have a close, intimate kind of relationship with them for that to work. Get creative with your offerings. If you choose to worship or have a relationship with deities or entities or spirits or anything like that, get very creative with it. If you are doing a offering of food, make them their own plate. And yes, it can be consumed by you afterwards. Heck, you can make yourself a plate and just have it in front of you and then offer it to them in a prayer, and that energy be transferred to them through your food and your consumption of the food. That can definitely work. It can be as simple as filling a bird bath with water and allowing things to drink from it, to get nurtured from it, to grow. And just, if you are offering it to, a deity, entity, spirit, anything like that. I will say, as I work with fae that are in my backyard, there is one thing that, I do for them on a very frequent basis, and I keep a bird feeder full. And I know it's going to sound silly, but that is one of the ways that I keep that relationship open and happy and everything's all good. and they help me out in return. And it's a friendly relationship. Because the little fat squirrels and the little fat birds, they get all happy. And negative spirits and entities are kept away from my house and my children. So I keep the bird feeder full. And it's funny because whenever the bird feeder starts going empty, little tiny things only of mine start going missing. Like I will say, about 2 weeks ago, I had forgotten to fill it and it had gone empty and I didn't realize for a couple of days. And a earbud, like the actual part that goes in your ear, it had gone missing and I couldn't find it. And I had searched everywhere. I had torn apart my desk and everything. And as one of those hind thoughts that like just pops up in the back of your mind, I was like, oh, the bird feeder. I look out and it's completely empty. I'm just like, understood. Got you. So I fill that thing up, get it all ready for the birds and squirrels. And within 30 minutes, that thing appears right where I'd looked for it previously. So it's little things like that. It's a working relationship. It's not necessarily a tit for tat, transactional, I'm filling a battery, I am doing this, so you have to do this for me. It's more of building a trusting relationship between you and whatever you are working with. Like I said, it can be spirit, ancestor, deity, entity, and we're talking, like, if you are more of the goetic route, you do you, boo. That is all you. But yes, this can also work for them. And I know that Hollywood has gone like animal sacrifice and children sacrifice and things like that. Don't go that route. You do not need to go to the extreme of living things to show appreciation. That is not how that works. It is an act of contrition. It is an act of sacrifice. It is an act of love for that specific deity, respect, a loving respect for that deity or entity or spirit or anything like that, as a friend, as whatever it is. So that is highly disrespectful, and I know majority of spirits just that's not how they operate. So it's very hit or miss. It may take some time to just kind of play with it and figure out like what they dislike, what's going on, and then because they'll let you know. They will absolutely let you know. Spirit has a way of talking to us in the most amazing ways, really. But they will always let you know, like, hey, I liked that. And you're going to get a sign or a symbol that just hits you out of nowhere. And you just know. You know when they are communicating with you. So it's very simple. Like I said, experiment with whomever or whatever you are in that relationship with and build that relationship further. Like I said, it's like one of those love languages, act of service, and it is completely out of respect. So that's very simple, short, quick, to the point. If you guys got any questions, please let me know. But this is Devi with the Open Sorcery, and I will catch you guys next time.